Welcome back, YouTube, to Superbot Jutsu. And I got a video with y'all today talking about my 5 favorite Final Fantasies based off of the battle systems. Now, I'm basing it off of how easy is the battle mechanics to understand. Are they fun? Are they interchangeable? And can you customize to your liking? That's how I'm gonna rate it, basically, based off of the 5 games, because there's more than that, but I'm just choosing 5 to do this video. So with that being said, for number 5, I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VII. You honestly can't go wrong with the materia system, with the slots and the amount of time that you can put in with customizing each command for each character is it's almost like infinite, almost. Honestly, they have so many different things. Now the one thing about 7 that I will say about the battle system is nobody is like truly unique. They all can do the same things because of the materia system. It's just a few little differences amongst the characters. Of course, they all have different limit breaks and stuff, but besides that, you can customize your characters all the same or different. It's kind of like Final Fantasy VI in a way. But the amount of materia that you get and the techniques that you can do is just amazing to me. From the final attack materia, from Mega All, from the Death Blow, the 4X cut. They have so many summons in Final Fantasy VII also. Let alone when you start getting to the master materia, then you just unlock everything. Like, it's so many materials. It's so much. It's luck. It's so many different materials. Honestly, I haven't even tried out all the different combinations that they have. That's how much materia it actually is in Final Fantasy. But it's so fun because you can literally just play with it and just have the perfect setup for how you want to play the game with each character, from the counter attacks to the magic counter attacks. HP is MP is absorb, all type of different things, man. W item, shoot, I ain't even mentioned the most powerful summon in the game, Knights of the Round. And once you get the the master summon magic, it's just amazing, truly. One thing that I will add in that I didn't earlier is that you also level up the materia with AP points, and once you master the materia, it clones another one, and then you can just keep multiplying them also, which makes the game just crazy, because you can really break the game if you just take the time out to figure out the best way to level up, if you depending on where you at in the game. Because if you have the apocalypse and then you go with the magic pots, you already know that's what it really is. But yeah, that's what makes Final Fantasy VII battle mechanics number 5 on my list. Now for number 4, Final Fantasy X. Now, me personally, I fell in love with the sphere grid from the first time I played it. I truly just grasped it. I understood it. I was probably about 12, 13 when I first played Final Fantasy X, and I was easily able to understand it, and it was just like, it was addicting to play the game and to not be thinking about, let me get to level 99 or let me just keep leveling up. It was more so you just keep leveling up the sphere grid, and they was gaining the levels actually, and you can stock them up to 99 levels, and then you can spend them, or you can just spend them as you acquire them. And the sphere grid, kind of similar to how the materia is, it does allow your characters to actually overlap, but it takes a long time in certain things. So for the meantime, all your characters are going to be unique until you get to a certain point in the game, unless you really just stop and just intentionally grind out certain spots and whatnot, which you can do, because you can almost break 10. Like, it's an amazing game with the battle mechanics. Using the teleport stones, you can grab certain abilities at that exact moment, and then you can customize it exactly how you want with certain characters. They also have a customizing weapon ability and accessory system also in Final Fantasy X, to where you, depending on the certain items, it unlocks different status effects or passive abilities or auto abilities on your weapons and accessories, so you can customize your characters any type of way. Auto potion, auto phoenix, haste, is evade encounter, is break HP limit, break MP limit. It's so many ways to go with Final Fantasy X's battle system. I mean, it was really hard for me not to put it up at 2. Like, honestly, it really was hard for me not to put it up there, because the Sphere Grid, like I said, it is a ultimate. How massive it just looks anyway too, pause on that too, but how massive it is as far as just like when you scale back and just getting the satisfaction of seeing your characters progress and trying to max them out. Like, I still haven't even maxed out all my characters, and I played over 100 hours, but I got a couple of them like close. I got some stats maxed out, but it's a lot to do, like especially maxing out your luck and stuff like that. Like, the highest person's luck on my team is Tidus. It's like 220 something. So it's like, it's so much you can do. They also have the battle arena, and you can capture enemy monsters to be able to fight the stronger versions of them, and you unlock other things and secret bosses. It's so many like rewarding factors to just the battle system in itself, and being able to switch out your party members, and overdrives, which are just limit breaks. Yuna with all her summons, they felt like they was their own characters too, in a sense, because they had their own abilities. Like, it was just a really dope game. Like, honestly, the storyline's amazing too. So that's what makes Final Fantasy X my number 4 favorite Final Fantasy based off of battle mechanics. Now for number 3, Final Fantasy V. Absolutely love Final Fantasy V, man. It, to me, out of the Final Fantasies with the numbers, it has the best job system. They just like perfected it in that one and made it so simple, but it was so rewarding to be able to master each job class, and they all had unique abilities, and then they have abilities, and then depending on which job class you have, you can become, you can just customize different ways. If you wanted to be a knight that can use magic, you can do that. You wanted to be a monk with a bow, anything, honestly. Like, and that's before you unlock the OP mom class. It's so many ways you can go with the game that it's truly fun to me. Like, if you haven't played Final Fantasy V, I promise you, once you start playing it, you will become addicted to it. Now, with that being said about the job system, that's about what it really is. But at the time that Final Fantasy V came out, you just got to think about how complicated that they could have made things into, for them to have just found something simple as a job system, but it had different abilities, and you can equip them and equip different weapons and different accessories based off of the job classes. It's really dope. Some of my favorite setups are having a mime, and then have them on equipped lances, have them with jump, and have them with equipped katanas, and he's unstoppable. And then another setup you can have is equip ribbons, HP plus 30%, equip lances, especially if you got the OP dragon lances, which I grinded for like 6 or 7 of them. No pun. Let's go. Also, another nice setup too is rapid fire, equip lances, equip ribbons, and then if you have a mom equipped, it's just game over, and everybody just has their own version of their unique ability, and they just keep miming and mimicking. You'll never lose, like, literally. And that's what makes Final Fantasy V so fun, because you got to get to that point, but before you get to that point, it's still other abilities and job classes that you're really gonna enjoy. Like, I truly did enjoy the Ranger. I enjoyed the Mystic Knight. The Ninja was fun. I mean, honestly, all the job classes was fun. My least favorite one probably would be it'll probably be the Beastmaster, I guess. Everyone else, no, I'll take that back. It'll be the Dancer, but the Beastmaster was probably like my second least favorite. But every other job class I've truly enjoyed. So with that being said, that's what wraps up Final Fantasy V as my top 3 favorite game based off of its battle system. Now, for number 2, Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, me personally, this could have been number one. I know I said that with pretty much every game, but I mean, it's really like that. Like, I really love the job system. They just took what Final Fantasy 3 and what Final Fantasy 5 established, and they just like took it to the 10th of the 10th of the 10th power and just maximized its full potential. And it just became the most classic tactical game to me that Square Enix made. I like it a little bit more than I like Front Mission 1 and 2, honestly. But I'm going to be real. Final Fantasy Tactics job system is flawless, okay? Like, the only gripe is they didn't combine the War of the Lions and the Ivalice Chronicles job system, so they left out certain jobs. That's my only gripe, but it's not with the actual battle system in itself, though, because from the job classes that you have, from Squire, Chemist, Knight, Archer, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, Time Mage, Summoner, Thief, Orator, Mystic, Geomancer, Dragoon, Samurai, Ninja, Arithmetician, Bard, and a Mime, you can't go wrong. You have so many different ways to customize your character, and there's so many different abilities each job class has. I mean, honestly, every job class is valuable in the game, excluding the Archer. That's the only one in. I mean, you can still be OP with an Archer, but their ability is just not that good. But outside of that, you can literally build your character any way that you want, from a dual wielding knight when you like master the two swords ability from the ninja class, and then you can swap it over with your abilities when you setting it up. That makes it so good. Also in Final Fantasy Tactics, outside of just the actual job system and leveling up, the story is really amazing too, and it's just a fun tactical game, you know, based off of, you can customize how many movements that your character does based off of if you equip them boots, or if you have certain abilities like movement plus 2, 3, 1, or you can master, it's a time mage ability, and get teleport, and you can possibly have a chance to teleport anywhere across the map at any point, possibly, you know. So it's so many different ways that you can customize your characters and just make them OP, and it's no like limit on it. If you wanted to, in the first chapter, max your character out at level 99, you can do that. So I really love that about the game. They just allow you to, if you put the time in and you grind, you can break the game. And I love that because it's really fun. It's so many different challenges you can do in the game. Also, it's so many elite setups, from having a knight with teleport, a chaos blade with the Genji armor. It's just so many possibilities, man. From the OP javelin with a dragoon jumping from across the map. It's so many different ways that you can go. And they also have the OG Cloud up in it. Like, you can't go wrong with having Cloud. They have one of the greatest characters also in this game, Thunder God Orlandeau. Okay, he is the GOAT of GOATs, my king. So alongside of a great story, there's side quests, there's little mini fights that you do. There's also like a secret dungeon that you go through that has the strongest enemies, which still makes it very challenging, because them 3-headed hydras ain't no fucking joke, boy. I tell you that much. Most annoying fucking things in the world, besides the fucking them black and red birds. Besides them two, bro, they the most annoying animals to me to have to deal with. But outside of that, you get a challenge, and the game is really fun. It's a lot of different maps. The music is timeless. So I really do think you would enjoy Final Fantasy Tactics if you haven't played it. If you have played it, then you understand why I put that as number 2 on my list. And last but not least, my number 1 favorite Final Fantasy, based off of the battle mechanics, Final Fantasy 12. And it's actually funny that I love this game so much now, because when I first played it, I was so critical of the game. I was comparing it to Valkyrie Profile 2, at the time when it dropped, and I was really enjoying Valkyrie Profile 2, and me and my brother was having a debate about how the game looked. So, you know, I was just being biased and just being stupid. But once I really started playing the game, you know, I couldn't deny that the battle mechanics was like the greatest that I've ever played with the Gambit system. It's so fun to be able to input different commands for your characters and set it up a certain type of way. So if you wanted your character, anytime that they got poison, for somebody to use an antidote on them, you can put that. Any enemy that's weak against fire, then they'll use a fire attack. It's so many different ways you can go. It's so many gambits, man. It's probably over like 50 gambits for commands, and it's just different combinations with spells and items and attacks and techniques that you can use. Outside of that, you also have the job system that they introduced in the Zodiac Ages. Now, in the original, it wasn't like that. The original was just the license board, and everybody can learn everything. So it was very similar to the Sphere Grid in the materia system, also in that aspect. But once Zodiac Ages added the twist with the little job system, it was over with. It's no comparison. It is the best battle system ever to me. It just has so many customizable character options in the job classes that you can mix together, from having an Ulan and a time battle mage and using the spear, or having a white knight, not a white knight, well, a white mage in a knight, or having a white mage in a bushi, or a time battle mage and a black mage, or a bushi and a shikari. Like, it's so many ways that you go, and based off of each job class is the weapons that you're going to be using, in the armor also that you're going to be using. And they also made a play off of the Ivalice world from Final Fantasy Tactics, so it's very familiar with the items, you know, like they reused a lot of the weapons, and they also added in their own weapons too. But it's a lot of things that they added in from that game, which is dope, that I really appreciated too. From all of the it's so many weapons, from swords, katanas, spears, staves, guns, hand bombs, there's axes, hammers. Like, it's so many weapons. So you'll have so much fun customizing each character to fight differently, and you already know it's ultimate versions of each weapon that you can acquire and use to your best advantage based off of whatever fight that you're choosing to do. If you're gonna tackle the Yazamite fight, or if you just want to fight a couple of the hunts. They also have the hunt system, which has up to 50 random boss, well, I guess you'll call them bosses, side bosses that you'll fight, and you'll acquire items or abilities and different things from beating them, which is also fun. So it just makes playing the game and leveling up a lot. It just brings the reward factor in there too. Let alone, while you have your gambit system set up, you don't have to press nothing if you don't want to. You can turn your gambits off if you want to turn them off, and you can input everything. But if you don't want to, you can just move around, and based off of how your gambits is, you would see how your characters really carry themselves through a dungeon or across the map. And it's really rewarding to just be able to chill some time and just play the game and be leveling up and just moving around, and your characters is just all out brawling, moving around, healing, doing the right thing that you want them to do. So that made the game a lot more rewarding too, because it just made playing the game a lot easier as if you set it up the right way. So with all them things added in, I would say Final Fantasy 12 is definitely the most fun I've had playing a battle system, to where I want to come back to it. I played over 100 hours of this also. I tend to do that a lot. Yeah, I love like grinding. Pause. Major pause. But I love grinding in RPGs that reward you for it. Don't make it like it's like I need to do it, or it's just something to do, because I'm not going to feel like doing it, honestly and truly. I'm just going to get as strong as I can get and beat the game. But if you make the game rewarding to me, and you have different little secret side quests and mini bosses and all these different things that 12 does have with the espers, it just made it so rewarding to want to go get these different things and master the whole license board. So that's why I really appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who listened to this video too, because you ain't got to listen to me yap and rant all the time, but y'all do. And I respect y'all for it. I love y'all. I'm gonna keep pumping out these videos. This Superbot Jutsu, and I'm out, YouTube.